okay if I just hang on to the DJI?
Yeah. Good time of the day, dear friends, depending on when and where you're tuning in to check out this video. Perhaps this phrase is probably getting a little old, but month of February is in the books, and it is time for... What is it time for?
It's time for our monthly market updates.
For the month of February. Let's talk about how the real estate market performed here in southern Utah in the month of February. So instead of shooting just another boring market update video that we do over and over and over again, we decided to take you guys out to beautiful Santa Clara to Snow Canyon State Park and show you some of these views. So as we pulled into this park, we actually haven't quite made it to the park because of the barricades on that road right there behind me. I don't know if you can quite see that, but anyway, as we saw the barricades, this super friendly gentleman came out, and wow, he was the man, the legend. He lived the life, and he told us a story about what it's like to live here in beautiful Santa Clara. For veteran Mike is a California transplant. He served in the United States Marine Corps. We really appreciate his service and his beautiful story about what it's like to live here in this area. I think it's really best from the horse's mouth to hear those kinds of things from somebody that's living here and gets to enjoy all things southern Utah to the fullest.
For sure.
Well, it was John Wayne's favorite place to film a movie. The Conquerors was filmed right up there on the hill. Let's see, I'm trying to think of the name of it now, boys. There's a whole list of them. They're up there at the wash, but I've been here to see quite a few of them. Outlaw Josie Wales was right down on 91 there.
That's awesome.
Electric Horseman, Robert Redford, he's here a lot. I know him, he's a friend of mine.
That's awesome.
So is Wilfred Brimley, they both live here.
Oh.
You'd be surprised who lives here.
How long have you lived here?
I first came here in '96, and then I moved here permanently in 2004.
Cool.
Yeah, I bought my mother's and my grandparents' house and moved in here and been here ever since.
I wouldn't leave.
Well, it's got its ups and downs. I mean, it does have its ups and downs, but it's pretty much the safest and nicest place you're going to find.
And it's beautiful.
It's just growing. It's probably 6 times the size it was when I came here.
Yeah.
You know, if I saw one car coming at me between here and Mesquite, I called that a traffic jam. That was it. I'm serious. They did. This place has just constantly got films going on. It's just all over the place. Under the fame of this whole place. Walt Disney's high school reunion, that thing.
Oh yeah, I knew that did. Yeah.
Yeah, right down there on the golf course.
At Entrada.
Yeah, at Entrada. And the day they were filming it, I happened to be riding my Harley Davidson down Snow Canyon Parkway, and I was watching that film, and I saw the scene there inside the bar, and I looked out the window on Snow Canyon Parkway, and there I am riding my bike.
That's awesome. Do you know why the park's closed today?
Yes, there's a damage in the road. Looks like maybe a sinkhole. They've got it covered in covered in asphalt and everything now. And there's another one up around the bend from it. And it's a big enough section to be pretty big danger. It's a pretty big section. They've got it all covered. They got the trucks blocking the road, but it's going to be closed probably until tomorrow. And then we just got to go through the upper end.
Awesome.
It's my favorite place. I've been coming here for years, and it's my favorite place. I come here and walk or ride my bike all the way up to the end and all the way down the other side, and I have an unusual hobby. Last year I found 7 so far, none this year, no traces or nothing, but I collect sightings of rattlesnakes.
Oh, cool.
I hunt them with a camera, and I can
awesome.
and I get pictures of them on my wall.
That's
I even have a sidewinder, and that's very rare here. And I got one Gila monster, which is also beautiful, and I am one of the rare people here who has actually seen a desert tortoise on the trail right here just past the entrance. So I've seen it all here.
That's amazing.
And it's all here. It's wonderful. If you like wildlife, my daughter-in-law came here. She thought that roadrunners were a cartoon character. And she saw one day crossing Snow Canyon Parkway, and I told her it was a roadrunner. She says, "You mean those are real?"
That's awesome.
That's what I thought until I moved here too.
Yeah, you mean those are real?
Yeah.
What is that? So yeah, it's a wonderful place.
That's awesome.
It really is. I've been retired for a number of years. I retired out of the state of California. And I hope none of my people see this. I'm a retired prison guard from San Quentin, Folsom, and Vacaville.
Oh, wow.
And I had Charles Manson for 5 years. So like I say, I hope people don't see this and realize where I am.
Oh, yeah. Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah, there's a lot of people around here. You recognize this man? Of course, I was a little heavier then.
Who's that?
This right here, that's me, of course, but who's this? You know, John Walsh, America's Most Wanted.
Oh.
That's who that is.
Oh, wow.
That was on the set of America's Most Wanted. 1997, 1998, 1999. Yeah. So I always got to walk around with my eyes going around.
Yeah.
That's all.
I'm glad we ran into you.
It's a wonderful place. It's peaceful. You don't have... People come here because I can describe this place in one 4-letter word. S-A-F-E. Safe. Mm-hmm. That's it. That's the best I can say about it.
Yep.
You know, that's a big compliment considering the situation in America today.
Oh, for sure.
This is a safe place.
100%.
Yeah.
I've always felt safe here. Like, when my husband first moved here, he'd been in, you know, Chicago and North Carolina, but if we had left the doors unlocked or the car doors or anything, he'd freak out. I'm like, you don't need to worry. Like, I mean, it's a good practice, but, you know.
Well, here, everyone is... It's a different type of personality, a different type of upbringing. It's still here. You don't have to worry about being, well, they're just, I think the statistic is so low on crime here, I don't think we have one. That's the way it is. It's you know, everybody smiles. You smile, I smile.
Yeah.
You can't walk this trail, try it, and not have everybody smile and wave either good morning or good afternoon, and half of them will get the time of day wrong. Because the clock doesn't matter. Exactly. You know? And here's something I noticed that I love. I'm an observant individual. And this is something I really love about this place, and you should do it for your YouTube thing. Just go down the road, and Snow Canyon Park would be a great place. You got walls everywhere, right?
Yeah.
Film them. Film a stretch of a wall. Just go 1 mile.
Yeah.
And then ask people, what don't you see?
Yeah.
What don't you see on those walls?
Graffiti.
You don't see graffiti.
Nowhere.
You will not. And I'll tell you what, if you come here with that in mind, it's been tried. They pull out all the stops. You do not mess with this town with filth, with dirt. It's the only place I know of where kids go to strangers' houses and pick up the leaves. You know, they just show up and they're there.
Yep.
The street needs to be cleaned. They just show up and then they're there, and it's just done. It's just done.
Everyone's raising their kids right.
It's a decent place. It really is. I'm glad I came here.
Who were you telling us you saw in the park?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I come through here every day, and I was about halfway up the hill there. And I heard this bike coming up behind me, as I always do. And I stopped and stepped back. And I looked up, and like I said, I got a pretty good eye for people. And I saw her coming at me, and I thought to myself, that's not a surgical mask or medical mask. That's a veil. What is she wearing a veil? And she gets closer to me. I'm thinking, and I look at her, and she looks over at me, and she winks and she smiles. And I thought to myself, I know who that is. I know who it is. I turned around and I saw her going away, and that confirmed it. It was Lady Gaga.
That's awesome.
I couldn't confirm it till I saw the motor. When I saw the motor, I knew it. That's dawned on me. That's Lady Gaga. I saw her right through the veil.
That's crazy.
She's not come back, so I'm suspecting she had somebody at the other end, and they picked her up and took her out, because that's what I'm doing, hanging around. I'm waiting to see if she comes back. So what goes up's got to come down, right?
Exactly.
She was going uphill, and I don't think she cared to come back, because she was pumping it too. She was moving. This girl's got some legs.
Yeah.
I'm going, my God. And so I'm standing around here waiting, and I'm dying to tell somebody who I just saw. I got my camera, and I'm waiting. She never came back. That's what they do. She's got somebody at the top, and they'll pick her up and bring her down the freeway. And she's either staying with some other celebrity here, and there's a lot of them.
Yeah.
You know who lives here? Most people don't even know it. Stephen King.
Really?
Yeah, Stephen King has a place here. Yes, he does.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, well, people around here are going to probably recognize me too, because I'm also second in command of, well, I have been for about the last 7 years, Toys for Tots.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I get all the pickups, and I do all the toys and everything with Rick Massey.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I did that. I've done that for a lot of years. I couldn't do it to Santa Claus this year because a year ago, I had a 54-inch waist.
Really?
Yeah, and I can prove it. The doctors know it.
Oh.
I was a diabetic and almost dead. That was 14 months ago. That's what this place will do to you with weather like this. You get out, you exercise, you change your diet. I changed myself.
You feel like $1 million?
And I could not be Santa Claus. Everybody said, why didn't you be Santa Claus? You've been Santa Claus. I was on the front page of the Spectrum. giving presents of Santa Claus out to the handicapped kids. Everybody says, why can't you do it this year? Do you think I could pass for Santa Claus?
Yeah.
That's for a really fit Santa Claus.
Yeah.
I was getting busted last year. These kids are smart.
Yeah.
You don't know what embarrassment is till you get busted by a kid.
Yeah.
You get busted by a man, you're done. You're done. You're done. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. So this is really a great place, and I'm not just talking about the marathon and the triathlon and all that other stuff that they got going on here, the balloon festivals. And the Veterans Day parades, which I've held the flag in, by the way. But
cool.
yeah, Marine too.
Thank you for your service.
You're welcome. Yeah, and my wife's a Marine too, and people miss that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we were married in the Marines 43 years ago.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you. So yeah, I mean, there's nothing. There's no shortage of things to do, and there's no shortages of, dare I say, benefits.
Yeah.
Can I talk about benefits a little bit here for veterans?
Of course.
If you're a disabled American veteran and you come here, you know how much it costs to go through this park?
How much?
$10. $10 a car. You know how much it costs for someone with an honors pass? Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. And that's my wife's name. You know how you get that?
How?
100% disabled American Marine. Myself and my wife. That's why my voice is going. I had cancer. We don't want to talk about that. This is an honors pass. Utah gives this. Washington County gives this. I don't pay for any state park or any pass to any lake, any pond, any park, anywhere. Here.
As you shouldn't.
As I shouldn't. Right there. Exactly.
Yeah.
And they thank me for my service. They come in, they see that, boom, and it never expires.
That's amazing.
Wherever you're living and you're saying this, I don't even, this is the first time I met these people, but I'll tell you what, ask yourself this, how much money do you pay in property tax? You know how much I pay as a disabled American veteran?
How much?
Nothing. In fact, I've got a $3,000 credit towards property taxes in this county. I got 0 property tax.
That's amazing.
Yeah, you think that's amazing? Guess how much state tax they charge me as a disabled American veteran? 0. My wife and I are both fully disabled American veterans, and I'm retired disability from the state of California. I pay 0.
That's amazing.
It's very, yeah, and
Wow.
I've talked to my friends in other places in the country, and I've told them about it. They look into it at their city hall, and they don't offer that. Where else are you going to find this? Every store I go to gives me a 10% veterans discount. Every single one of them. All I got to do is show my ID.
Good. I'm glad.
Everywhere.
That's how it should be. That's amazing.
Every Veterans Day, there's free meals in every restaurant around this town. If you're a veteran, this is where you belong. There's a Major General in the United States Marine Corps died here about 2 years ago, and he was the very first man to fly the Harrier jet. He's also, and then the Sergeant Major of the Marine Corps that invented the saying "Oorah" is also a resident here. We have 2 Sergeant Majors of the Marine Corps. We have one of the most retired military here. You name it. Most of them are colonels and majors, but there's a lot of us around. There's generals here. I sat at the table with General Buck Bedard and the commanding general of Nellis Air Force Base in Area 51 at the Marine Corps Birthday Ball in Las Vegas last year as the guest of honor with Wilford Brimley at his table.
Oh
my wife and I, yes. And I hope you're watching this, Will.
Yeah. That is amazing.
So this is a great place. I mean, my life's completely changed. I mean, look at it this way. I moved from California, right? You know who my friend in California was?
Who?
Charles Manson. Yeah, you know who my friend here is? Celebrities, retired military, and people that smile all day and don't hurt people.
Yes.
That's a nice change of scenery.
Yes, it is.
That's a good way to.
Yes, it is.
To move
And you know,
retirement.
the people who know me will know that, but just to show a little more evidence, there you go.
Oh,
California Department of Corrections, I ain't kidding. And there it is, United States Marine Corps, retired disability, full basic privileges, thank you very much. So I ain't no be, you won't find, you flap your bums around here in a false manner and you get busted real quick. You better know, because you're dealing with some pretty big time people here. I used to walk down this road every morning and say, "Hi, Florence." She'd say, "Morning, Mike." That's Florence Henderson. She lived right down here, right across from Red Mountain Spa. And she used to do a makeup commercial. She did it, for mascara and stuff. She used to do it right there at Red Mountain Spa. And she lived right across the street.
Wow.
Yeah, it was her last home before she passed away.
That's amazing. That's impressive.
And the way I met you, same way I meet a lot of people. I met Wilford Brimley because he saw me wearing my. Did you know Wilford Brimley's a Marine? A lot of people don't know that. No, Wilfred Brimley is a United States Marine from the Korean War. He sure is.
Wow.
Yes, ma'am. And he saw me wearing my Marine Corps stuff. He walked up to me and shook my hand. That's the way most of them do it here. I don't people walk up to me, and my wife, and there are people here. That's just the way everybody is. God dog it, it made me freeze. There's just so much.
Yeah.
So I hope can I cut it off here?
I am so glad that we ran into you. Thank you so much.
I needed you guys too.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you so much for your service.
And thank you guys. And yeah, if you'll write that down for me, I will.
Oh yeah.
Hey
guys, so I hope you're having a great day. We are out here in beautiful Snow Canyon State Park, and we're just coming at you with another market update. So let's just dive right into the numbers. Total number of active listings for the month of February was 1,301. 626 new listings hit the market. 506 listings went under contract, and 311 listings were sold in the month of February.
In the month of February, Southern Utah observed absorption rate of 3.2 months, meaning that our inventory supply would have lasted us for less than 3.5 months if we observed no new listings hit the market and kept selling at the same rate. Median sale price in Washington County was at $335,000. And if you're thinking about selling your home, this next number may be important to you because average days that your home can expect to spend in the market is only 32. So if you're thinking about selling your Southern Utah home, it will sell relatively quickly. And at the same token, if you're thinking about buying, I would say that it would be best to not hesitate with an offer and get something locked up under contract as quickly as possible because buyer activity is increasing. Typically, as we get past the parade of homes, which is February 14th through February 24th, this market really begins to heat up, and this year is no exception. Interest rates are their all-time lowest, so there's plenty of people buying and selling real estate, and there's no time that's better to do it than right now. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in to check out this video. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please make sure to drop them in the description below this video. We always appreciate your feedback in the form of likes or dislikes. And if you have any real estate needs here in Southern Utah, please be sure to send us a call, give us a text, or shoot us an email. And I said this entire line completely wrong, but stay tuned for the next video, and we will see you in the next one. Peace.